Hello, my name is Kelly Brown and I'm an independent consultant for Arbonne International. Now, I know many of you have been seeing me pop up on Facebook, and I'm sure most of you are wondering what I'm up to and why I've suddenly started this business. So I just wanted to give you a bit of an idea of why I started and then just explain a little bit about the business and just to see if it's something maybe that could be a fit for you or somebody that you know. So I first heard about this business 2 years ago. I was pregnant at the time with my youngest daughter, Lana, and I suffer really badly with pregnancy sickness. So I was in
12
bed.
o'clock.
I can remember laying there and I received this text message from my friend explaining to me that she'd started this business and would I be interested. And to be honest, the idea of starting a business when I felt so ill, I just didn't even consider it. It's not something that even entered my head. But I knew I wanted to support her, and she told me about all these amazing products, and I thought, well, I could really do with cheering up. So I bought some products. So I signed up for £56. That means I got a wholesale account, and I bought some products. They arrived 2 days later on my doorstep, and I was blown away. They are the most amazing products I have ever used, and I haven't really used anything since. So I knew I loved the products, but I still didn't really consider the business, or I didn't consider the business at all. But what my friend had done is she had signed me up to a couple of Facebook pages. So the first one was a lady called Daniela Wells, and another one was like a back office page, and it was where other consultants could ask advice, ask each other questions. So I got to see behind the scenes, but I also got to see the forefront as well. So over the last 2 years, from when I was pregnant and also for the last year, Lana's a year now, I have just watched, and I've not watched with an interest to joining. I suppose I was quite nosy. I liked to see what everybody was up to. It was quite interesting watching everybody. And I have gone from watching to I have to do this between then and now. And I just wanted to explain to you the different mindsets I've gone through and the realizations that have got me from there to here. So first of all, my first realisation was that I could create a residual income with an Arbonne business. Now, I'm not sure if you'd have heard about residual income, but residual income is where you don't swap your time for money. So let's just say that you're a personal trainer and you train somebody for an hour. You only get paid for that hour. You train somebody, you get paid. Let's just say you're a hairdresser, you cut somebody's hair, you get paid. Or you might work for somebody, you do your 35 hours, you get paid for 35 hours. With residual income, you don't swap your time for money. So for example, let's just say you bought a property and you rented it out. You would receive income every month, even though you've not had to work for it. So you've invested in something and it's now paying you an income. It might be like a car park. So if you have a car park, or if you know someone that has a car park, they will receive an income from the people keep putting money in the car park, but yet you haven't had to work that month for it. Now, residual income is normally reserved for people that already have enough money to invest in something. So for normal everyday people, it's not something that we can do. We just have to keep going to work, keep getting paid, go to work, get paid. Well, I realised with Arbonne that you can create a residual income. If you put in the initial work, you can be paid for it for the rest of your life, and for 7 generations after you, because an Arbonne business, once you reach the second level, your business becomes a willable asset and you can leave it to 7 generations. So this was huge for me because I realised that actually you just need to invest your time. It costs £56 and the rest is just effort and a little bit of time in between the nooks and crannies of what you're already doing. So this was my first thing. I realised that this was huge. But actually, I can't do it. I can't do it because the people that do it must be superhuman. They must be brilliant at marketing. They must be amazing salespeople, but they're not. I have watched them. I've watched a few different people, and they're all very different, and they all just follow the same system. They work on themselves in order to give themselves the confidence to do it. But apart from that, they all do the same thing. So then I started to think, well, maybe I could do it. If doctors, if hairdressers, if mums, so many different people can do it, why can't I do it? Then I started to think maybe it would take a long time. Then I realised that actually, if you actually get going and you do put effort in a year, you can completely change your life. So I realised it didn't take long. So the only thing left for me was the fear. I had the fear of actually biting the bullet and doing it, of actually saying, this is what I'm doing. I was worried about what people think. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to do it. What if I didn't succeed? And then eventually the fear of not doing it, and in a year's time thinking, well, I could have done that. I could have changed my life in that year. That compared to actually just doing it overtook. So I'm doing it. So I started this business, and I just want to explain to you what it is, why I've fallen in love with these products, and maybe just have a think about if it's something that you could see yourself doing, whether it's something that you're willing to put the effort into initially, it's something that you work around your already busy life. So for a year, your life might get a little bit busier, but for the rest of your life, it can pay off. You know, I have 3 children. My life is manic most of the time, but I now realise that if I want to spend more time with my children and have more money to spend with my children, then I'm going to need to sacrifice a little bit of time now and a little bit of money for them for later. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen. I've not done this before, so just bear with me. It is a slideshow, but I promise it's not like death by PowerPoint. It just keeps me on track. So the company, as you know, is called Arbonne. Now, Arbonne are a 36-year-old company. So they're an old company. They're not new. They've been going a long time. And if you look in the bottom left-hand side of your screen, it was started by a guy, he's a botanist, called Peter Mork. Now, Peter Mork had this vision that he wanted normal everyday people like us to be able to afford luxury health and wellbeing products. He also wanted to provide an income opportunity, a business opportunity for people to better their lives. So he created Arbonne. Now, there's a couple of people that I wanted to mention. The first is Arbonne's CEO. Her name is Kay Napier, and she's driving this business forward, and she is hell-bent on making this business and making Arbonne a household name. She's previously worked for her biggest goal was, if you remember, do you remember when McDonald's, she worked for McDonald's just after they had the whole issue with the Super Size Me, obesity. There was a video that came out, a film about Super Size Me, and McDonald's got a lot of flack for being unhealthy. She turned it around. If you remember if you see the apples and the apple slices and the fruit bags and the wraps, the salads, she's the lady that brought all those in and turned McDonald's around. And their share price went from $11 a share when they were in dire straits to being back up to over $100 a share. And now she works for Arbonne. She's the driving force behind Arbonne, and she's pushing it forward. The other person is the head scientist, and his name is Peter Matravers. Now, he is the best in his field. He has previously worked for Neutrogena and Aveda. He has more botanically based patents to his name than anybody else, and he is at the top of his game with regards to the formulations that he develops. Now, what is so good about Arbonne's products? Well, they combine the best of science, nature and technology. They're plant-based, botanically inspired formulas that actually work. They're built on a Swiss heritage to European standards. Now, for me, when I think of Swiss, I think of chocolates and I think of watches. Swiss products tend to be more luxury than anything else. So they use the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. The products are clinically tested, so they're paediatrician tested, dermatologist tested, and ophthalmologist tested. They are never, ever tested on animals, and they never have been. They haven't just jumped on this trendy bandwagon of being, cruelty-free. They have never, ever tested on animals, and they have always, since 36 years ago, been vegan, and they're also gluten-free. So I want you to think, if you imagine there's 3 tiers of products I always think of, like health and wellness products. You get your Boots 2 for 1, which I would say is the bottom level. Then for me, I would go to John Lewis if I wanted to buy the mid-range, and then you've got like the French brands, like you've got the Clinique, the Estee Lauder. They're like your mid-range, and then you've got the ultra premium, nobody really can afford them, Swiss formulations like Creme de la Mer, La Prairie. Now, Arbonne sit up there. They are up there with the Swiss luxury formulations, but they are on the mid department store brands as far as price. Okay, so what do Arbonne products not have? And to be honest, for me, this is more important than what they do have. Arbonne products do not have any animal products or byproducts, and you'd be so surprised at what you can find in your products that you have in your cupboard. A lot of lipsticks have whale blubber. There's a lot of tallow in soaps. Two of my big ones are mineral oil and parabens. So starting with parabens are a chemical preservative. So in order to have a long shelf life, chemical parabens are needed to keep that shelf life. Now, parabens, a scary, scary, scary fact is that in 99% of breast cancer tumours, parabens are found. But yet we're told there's no link between parabens and breast cancer. But how can there be if in 99% of breast cancer tumours, parabens are found? We do not use any parabens. The other one is mineral oil. Now, mineral oil is a byproduct of the petrol industry. So when crude oil is turned to petrol, it's refined, and there's a byproduct that comes off. It's like a scum that comes off, and that is mineral oil. Now, byproducts are cheap. So this mineral oil is used to fill beauty products, moisturisers, because it's cheap. And it's what's called an occlusive oil. So what it does is it sits on top of the skin like cling film, and it stops your skin from doing the job it's meant to do. So for example, say you use a sun cream that's got mineral oil in, your body, your skin can't release the heat. The heat gets trapped, and that is why you can get prickly heat, because the heat from your body can't escape. It's also awful for acne, because if you imagine if your moisturiser has got mineral oil in it, it sits on top of your skin like cling film, and the bacteria from your acne just builds and builds and builds and multiplies. Now, mineral oil, the scariest thing is that if you imagine a pot of baby oil, excuse me, baby oil is 100% mineral oil. And you slather it all over your baby, but yet that same product would be illegal in Switzerland. In Switzerland, mineral oil is banned because it is the second most aging thing to the sun. Sorry, most aging thing for your skin after the sun. It's that bad that Switzerland have banned it altogether. Vaseline is 100% mineral oil, but yet we can freely buy it, put it all over us, and it's supposedly fine, but yet another country can ban it. So we do not contain any mineral oil, parabens. There's lots of other things we don't contain. So we're very, very pure and beneficial for your skin. Now, as far as the range of products, we have everything from skincare, and one of our best-selling skincare ranges is our RE9 range, which is anti-aging. And in clinical results, our anti-aging range beat the #1 department brand in America, and also beat the #1 brand that was sold by network marketing as well. I've got this particular range, and I could see a difference in literally a couple of days on my skin. We have a men's range, we have a calm range, so people who have rosacea or sensitive skin. We even have a plant-based retinol or retinoid that helps exfoliate the skin. We have an amazing nutrition range. I'm actually doing the 30 days to healthy living at the moment. It's like a detox program that cleanses your system, and we do everything from the Digestion Plus, which is one of the best-selling products that Arbonne sell. It helps with IBS. It helps just help your body function properly. We have meal replacement shakes, protein shakes, an immunity support sachet that helps build your immune system up. We have spa products, a baby range. Now, the baby range, the nappy cream, has helped so many children and babies with eczema. There was actually a lady, we've just been to a conference, an Arbonne conference at the NEC, and I was speaking to another consultant, and she said she has helped over 20 children with eczema. She will literally see a baby or a child with eczema, whether she'll be at a soft play place or something, she'll just give the product to the mother and say, please let your child try this, because a lot of eczema sufferers suffer so badly because they just keep putting product with mineral oil on the eczema, and it just makes it worse. So a lot of eczema is exasperated by mineral oil. So the nappy cream from the ABC range really helps. We have a hair care range. We have the shampoos, the conditioners, the mask, serums, hairsprays. And for me, the best bit of all of it is the makeup. The makeup is phenomenal. The serum and the foundation is the best I've ever used, and I'm a bit of a makeup junkie. I have tried so much makeup, and it is the best out there. So as for the range, there's something for everyone. Even if you are just, you know, a really simple, low maintenance guy, and you just get up and clean your teeth and put your deodorant on, we have toothpaste, deodorant, shower gel. There's something for everyone. And the fact that our products are consumable means that once you've built a client base up that use and love these products, they'll keep coming back for more and more and more. You will only have to show these products to somebody once and recommend them once for them to use them forever. I don't know if you remember, but Tupperware used to work on the network marketing way of selling as well. And the problem with Tupperware was some really successful consultants, but Tupperware has a lifetime guarantee. So once somebody's bought Tupperware, they don't need to buy it again. So every month, somebody would have to go out and get more and more clients. Whereas with consumable products, people just reuse them. They run out and you just reuse them. You have to rebuy them, sorry. So I've spoken about network marketing already, but I just want to explain what it actually is. So traditional retail is where you go to a shop to buy something. Now, the problem with traditional retail is that it's gone through so many different places before it actually gets to you. So it's 9 times out of 10, it's gone from the manufacturer where it's made to the wholesaler, to the warehouser, Salesforce, then the retailers. It's had to travel to all of those different places. So it has to have a 7-year shelf life. And this is why it's crammed full of parabens. It's crammed full of chemicals that doesn't go off. It would never be able to last that long if it didn't have chemical preservatives in it. So the reason network marketing is just better is because it goes from the manufacturer to you via independent consultants. So all that happens is somebody recommends them. Perhaps you'll try something for a couple of days. You'll love it. You'll buy it. It'll be on your doorstep in 2 days. It doesn't have a massive shelf life. It's not full of preservatives because it's literally gone from where it's made to your door in 2 days. And that's the reason that network marketing is better. What's also better about network marketing is it's just cheaper. If you imagine all the people in traditional retail need to be paid, even the forklift guy that moves the product from one side of a warehouse to another, the HGV driver that takes it from the wholesaler to the warehouse, that everybody needs a cut out of what you're paying. So say you pay £3.50 for your conditioner, everybody along that chain needs a cut out of it. And the only way they can keep that price down is if they fill that product you're buying with just rubbish, just a byproduct, just to keep it cheap. So your conditioner for £3.50 might actually cost 20p to make. Whereas with network marketing, because there's not so much money involved, the money that's saved can go back into the formulations, can go back into the scientific development of the formulations, and it can also create a business opportunity for people who want to be consultants and recommend these products. The money can be put back in. If you think of L'Oreal hair colour, Cheryl Cole earns so much money from L'Oreal. Does Cheryl Cole really use L'Oreal hair dye? She is paid to advertise these products, and she does. I'm sure she doesn't use them, but yet, you know, it's just a better way of moving products. And Arbonne do not advertise anywhere. Even in the Arbonne brochure, those people in the Arbonne brochure are consultants. They are not models. They're not paid. They are just asked if they would like to be in the brochure. There's no advertising at all. So basically, what you do is you stop buying products from the high street. You stop buying these inferior products, and you decide to buy products by your own business. So you buy these lovely products and you start enjoying the benefits of them. And then what you do is you start sharing the products. You start asking people if they'd like to try them. You start sharing the business opportunity. And over time, your business starts to grow. It starts, you tell one person who tells another person. It's a bit like Facebook. Facebook never advertised. Facebook was just a word of mouth business that eventually just became a global business. Okay, so Arbonne started in the United States. They went to Canada, the UK, Australia and Poland. We launched in New Zealand in June, and we're launching in Taiwan at the end of this year, and that will be the gateway to Asia. So there is a massive market that is possible to go into. There's 4 ways to earn an income with Arbonne. Now, the first is commission. So if you were to recommend a product to somebody and they were to purchase it as a client, you would earn commission from that product. If you were to build a team and your team was to build a team and your team's team was to build a team, you would earn an override. You'd earn a much, much, much smaller percentage than the person that actually sold the product. But because it's you that has set off that chain of events that has eventually led to that consumer using the product, you are rewarded for it. And it's also you that supports your team, and obviously you get thanked for it. There's also a Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program. So this is for the 3rd and 4th levels. And I've explained it before, you get a £500 bonus in your commission check, and it's to put towards a Mercedes. And at every level as well, there are cash bonuses. So it starts with you, as I've said, and it just grows and it grows. So what can you get paid? What is it all about? So there's 4 levels. The first is district manager. Now I am new, so I'm going to use my sponsor Danny's previous check so that you can see, what it is that you could achieve. So with district manager, it normally takes between 1 and 6 months to become a district manager. Danny managed it in 4 months. Now, on average, people earn anything from £100 to £800. And Danny said to me that her lowest paycheck was £500 and her highest was £700. At every level, you do get a lot of gifts. You get some Tiffany jewellery, and you get incentive trips as well if you earn different rewards. There's also a monthly cash bonus opportunity, which gives you the opportunity to earn an extra £125 as well on your commission check. So the next level is area manager. Now, area manager takes between about 6 and 12 months. Danny did this in 6 months. And the reason this level is so important is because it's the level at which your business becomes willable. So area manager, you can write your Arbonne business into your will. Again, there's bonuses, there's Tiffany jewellery, there's incentive trips, and you earn roughly between £1,000 and £2,500, and it takes you between 6 and 12 months. Danny did it in 6 months, and she said that her lowest paycheck was £1,000 and her highest was £2,300. So for me, even at district manager, to earn an extra £500 every month, even if I saved that every month, at the end of the year, that's £6,000. That's like holidays. So it makes a lot of difference to a lot of people's lives. Now, regional vice president, this is the level that your business becomes much, much easier because you've got your Mercedes-Benz. This is the Mercedes-Benz level, and you have the proof that this works and your business just rockets. So at this level, you receive the £500 in your paycheck and you go and lease or finance a white Mercedes. This level takes between 1 and 3 years. Danny did this in 11 months. She saw the opportunity and she ran with it, so she did it in 11 months. You can earn between £2,500 and £10,000. Now, Danny said to me her lowest paycheck at this level was £4,000 and her highest was just under £8,000. And then the next day, and obviously in that level as well, you still get all of the different bonuses, the incentive trips, etc. And then the top level is national vice president. Now, this level can take between 3 and 5 years. The income level is over 18,000. So £18,000 and above is this level. Danny isn't quite here yet, but she's just about to go into qualification for this level. And at this level, you then get a car bonus of £600, so you can have an upgrade to your white Mercedes. And you also get an all expenses paid trip to Maui in Hawaii every year, and also our global conference in Vegas. So where do you see yourself in all of this? So you might look at all of this and think, I quite like to try the products, and you might want to become a client or preferred client. Now, a preferred client is where you pay £17 and you enjoy 20% discount on all products. So it's well worth doing. You might want to try some products over a party, so you might invite a few friends round, and you can actually earn really good discounts on products this way. So you invite a few friends round, they buy a few products, and because you're the host and it's your house, you can have a large discount from the product. Or you might like to do what I do. You might want to become a business owner, you might want to be an independent consultant and enjoy all the things that come with having your own business. So lastly, it's a bit of a motivational thing. You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. And if you keep doing what you're doing where will you be in 5 years? And this is what I could not stop thinking about. Instead of asking, what if it doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if it does?